Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
Rid of it, live to fight another down.
Here we go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll hand Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 49ers' 36-yard line.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Silver. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's a what?
First down, Arizona.
Hey, check.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Watch the twist.
On second down, it's Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's
blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Defenses, get out the field, defense. Check.
To throw is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Omaha. 13. Rush in. Bravo.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Let's make these babies cry all the way, man. White. What? Twist. Watch twins. 43's the mic. Hey, gun.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 24 yards.
Here we go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36.
11. 23's the mic. I got you.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
21. Hey, gun.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
12, fellas, here we go. I got you.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check nickel.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slapped up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. T.J. Logan. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! 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 Hey, gun!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Garoppolo. Going for a right side here. Complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7th. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points.
Lead is now 17-3. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up.
13. I got you.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to sling. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set. 60-yard. 54. Line 54. Switch.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All day, every day.
12, 11. Hey, gun.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
I got you.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
11. Tighten up. Hey, gun.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
21. Here we go.
32-yard line.
I got you.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
They begin the drive with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back him up 5. Here's Andy Lee now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
21. Check 26. 6. Hey, gun.
Now Garoppolo looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Say. Check.
11. Black. I got you. Say hot.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Shift. 13. 2.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Philon in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Hey, alert! 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 Hey, gun! Gun!
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check tight.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
He's checking. Cracks.
They go to Johnson again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Check 13. Check 13.
On first down, it's Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second down now. It's Murray, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here we go, here we go. Wait. 180. Check. 25. Check 25. 12. 1, Omaha. Check 31. Hey, gun. Stay hot.
On first down, Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
I got you.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Going right side here, and that's complete. So it's a win.
Shut out for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cardinals, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.